Well, it's a very strange feeling coming out here and not seeing a car here, but even more so opening this garage and not seeing the Cefiro. Okay, so here I am in my very empty garage. It's a really strange feeling not having the Cefiro in here. It's been in here on jack stands for probably most of the time I've lived in Norway, which is kind of funny to think of. But basically the Subaru WRX STI is sold. Bye-bye. I waved goodbye to that a few days ago. And a few days before that, the Nissan Cefiro, which I've been building for the past 5 years, has sold. Let's talk about the STI first. That car was never meant to be anything long term. It was more just me wanting to import a car into Norway. I'd always wanted to do it and try. That car was the perfect candidate because it was stock standard. It was 20 years old, which meant it was easy to import into Norway. I had thought about maybe keeping that car as a winter car, but it had some rust in the back of it, and if I kept it for winter, it would mean that I would have to get winter tires for it, under seal, other things like that. I didn't want to spend any more extra money on it, so I thought it was just best to kind of sell it now. The Nissan Cefiro, yes, I sold it. It's going to come to a shock to a lot of people considering the amount of time, effort, blood, sweat, tears, money I put into that car. A lot of people are going to be asking why, and even I myself am asking myself why. I thought that I'd have that car forever, but it just wasn't meant to be. A few of the reasons why I sold the car. One was motivation. For the past 5-6 months or so, I'd lost motivation with the car. Anytime a problem came around, I just couldn't be bothered to try and fix it. It was an effort for me to come out of the house and into the garage and try and work on it and everything as well. I'd just been through so much with the car and everything, but I got there in the end. I finally got the motivation to do it and get it done, and it ended out exactly as I wanted it to be. But by that time had come, I had just figured that I just wanted to get into something else, and it was time to try something else. And that leads me on to the second point. I think I just kind of outgrown that style of car. I'm 41 years old, plastic body kits, low, big wheels and everything. For me, it's not so much that I want to do anymore. That car was built more to be like a show car. So come out on weekends, go to car shows, that type of thing. To be honest, I want to just start driving again, going to track days and meets and everything. And I wouldn't really take that car on the track. So yeah, I guess those are two of the points, just motivation, and I just outgrown it. I don't know if that's enough for you to understand, but I figured now would be the best time to sell it as well, because the car was absolutely perfect. It was running really well, the body was perfect, everything was legal with the car. It had the number plates back on it as well. So I thought, if I'm gonna sell it, now is the time. It's also coming out to winter here now, so it's going to be very hard to try and sell the car over winter as well. Regrets? Yes, I have regrets, and I'm going to regret selling that car for the rest of my life. I will never be able to buy a Cefiro again. Like all JDM cars, they're going up in value. They all are. It's not like just Skylines and everything. The Cefiros are going as well. I've kept my eye on the pricing and stuff of them, and in good Cefiros in good condition with good modifications are going to be expensive. So yeah, that's probably never going to own one again. My other big regret was that I never got to take any photos or take any footage of the car when it was finally done. I'd spent 5 years building the car, and when it got to its perfect point, I'd only owned the car for 2 weeks and then it was gone. So yeah. But it was just timing of lots of things, unfortunately. I just had to sell the cars at that time. What does the future bring? Bigger and better things, I promise. Next video, hopefully I'll announce that. But yeah, stay tuned. I have talked about a lot of outgrowing things and, you know, modify cars and everything. I'm still going to be modifying cars, maybe not to the extent of the Cefiro, but I've got other plans and they're in the works, so stay tuned for that. So in the meantime, enjoy a little montage that I put together of the Cefiro over the past 5 years, from the day that I bought it in its stock standard automatic RB25DE form to how it is today. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. As I said, more things to come. See you then. Bye.